Everyone, welcome to week 4 of IGL. I'm Ander Christ, and someone who's probably broadcast like 7 matches already today. It's Shuriken Esports' very own Tank. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me, man. This is always one of my favorite times is co-casting with you. It's always a blast.
Okay.
I've only done one match today. Thank you very much.
Well, I was just trying to get close.
I do have like 8 or 9 already scheduled for the week, and it's Monday. Like, it's insane. Absolutely insane. I love being busy though.
Well, again, like it's good that one of us is, right? What the hell? Stop that stream. Inexplicably, it unmuted itself. Thought I was watching a real broadcast or something like that. So we got tier 1 matchup. And we were looking at the stats beforehand, and we got Barn Burner incoming. It's a 3 and a 4 right now in the standings. It is Best Buds Club Red Bull Squad, and they are taking on Brian and Brian Raiders. Both are 3 and 0. Both are within 4 goals. Both have the exact same game win percentage. So this is either going to be a really awesome matchup, or someone's probably going to sweep the other one. Who knows?
Yeah, it's and like I was saying before we went live, man. The Brian and Brian, just franchise in general, usually really easy, really nice to do with, and they always have quality teams. I'll be interested to see how this one goes up against Dilly's squad here, because Dilly is just their team's phenomenal. They've been playing really, really hot since playoffs last circuit, and so I don't see any weaknesses in their lineup from what they've been playing. Like, him and Squiddy are nutty together. No pun intended with Squirrel being on the team.
I mean, you could say it. Puns are completely allowed here. I'm not going to judge. Yeah. So just kind of for reference, I got the stats pulled up because we're low tech here for now. The roster from last season was Dilly, Griff, and Squiddy. All recently promoted above that 1600 threshold. They borrowed Squirrel from the other tier 1 team and added Nerve. So yeah, this is looking to be a for them interesting matchup. I do know, assuming the information is correct, the starting roster should be Dill, Nerve, and Squirrel.
Now Nerve's new, right? Like, he just joined.
Yes, he just joined up for this session. Dilly's team has played him before. I forget where Nerve came from.
Okay.
God, where did he might have played with Big Top at least two sessions ago. I want to say Big Top Gaming. I could be wrong on that.
Okay.
So I guess the advantages of being in Oregon, and everything, and just ringing up the contacts within IGL.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I'm pretty. We know Nerve from somewhere. I say we as in Dilly.
Well, and I feel like I've seen that name around. Like, it's one of those that sounds familiar because you don't see many people Nerve spelt that way.
Yeah.
And so it's gonna bother me until I remember from where. But
I mean, I guess we could cheat and look at his history, but I'm not gonna do it.
It's a lot of work right there. I'm the same way. It's like Then it's got to load a new screen and do a bunch. It's not even worth it at that point.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'm looking for a titanium white Fennec, and I don't want to spend $35 for one. Like, that is insane.
Oh, I got mine for $10.
Lucky.
Yeah, when it was in the shop. I can't trade it, but I'm not a big trader, so
Yeah. I'm not either. I buy random stuff here and there, but I'm feeling the Fennec today, so I'm like, I need to get something other than the stock Fennec, and it's just too expensive.
yeah,
Not worth it.
it's all good. And I guess while we're waiting here, on the other side of the field, I got Brian Raiders pulled up. Nice balanced team right there. So I'm excited to see who they're going to start. Who is leading the way? Well, they got like two, Skibbs and Madams. God, I know. Okay, so I recognize Madams. I'm probably going to say it's probably a cast somewhere, but and watch me be wrong on that.
No, he played for 777 Esports for the longest time.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I played.
And that's probably.
I mean,
He was on Sunless's team with Manivault.
Okay, that's. Ooh, okay. That's probably actually why I recognize.
That's probably where we've seen him from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Both him and Skibbs are kind of leading the way.
A minute, then.
Yeah. So that's a nice balanced team for B&B Raiders.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll be interested to see like how Red Bull handles this Brian and Brian team. It seems like they're very offensive sided. Granted, they have the same amount of goals for, but it still seems like stat wise, their shot percentages are a little bit better overall than Red Bull's. And so I think that's really going to end up being probably the deciding factor in this one.
Who gets their shots on net?
Who gets them accurately on net. Because you know how Rocket League is. You always get those weird random shots that are wide, but they give you credit. But it's going to be who can get them accurately into the corners.
Yeah.
That I think is going to make the biggest difference here.
I mean, I just briefly brought up the team page, and they're also like split on goal differential. So, this is
that in the Octane Huntress.
That is a good question. Is that Nerve's car? I think that's Nerve's car. Possibly. I don't even know the cars.
It's the black with the like red. 3D look.
Yeah, that.
I think is what that is. I think that's the Huntress.
Yeah, assuming left to right, it would be Nerve, but.
Okay, it's Squirrel's car. I want those wheels. Those things are dope. Are those the FSLs?
No, I think those are the FSLBs.
Those are beautiful. Sorry. This is me. I'm 100% a Squirrel. But yeah, man, those wheels are absolutely beautiful.
They are very glossy.
They look absolutely stellar. I'm gonna get me a pair of those.
Oh, let's
I wonder how much they are.
Let's see if I got a pair.
Oh, they're only 250 credits?
Yeah, the blueprint's 300, so yeah.
I'm gonna have to pick me one of those up later. Like, the blueprint's only 300? I need to see if I have that blueprint. 100% worth the money. Those things are gorgeous.
Okay. Is the scoreboard gonna match?
Yes.
Yes! Yes! I can read IGL rules! And they didn't they didn't change anything up.
That is one of the rules that I never follow. Like,
I mean, like,
whoever I feel like making blue at that point, you're gonna get it. Best of luck to you guys.
All right. So Waiting
So
on
how's
Brian and
your
Brian's
season
Raiders.
going, Ander?
What's that?
With your threes, how are you guys doing in threes this season?
We are 2-1. Um, I guess from hashtag sponsored content. For those curious, we did do a mid-season review for the BBC. But yeah, we're 2-1. We're kind of. I mean, aside from what other teams that are really really amazing, we're kind of chasing the Titans right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that Titans roster looks
they're.
stacked.
I'm jealous because they just play so well. Like I have.
Yeah.
You know, we were doing the review. I'm just like, let me see if I can find anything wrong here. I was just like, those shot percentages are below 30%. Like, Green the sub has all zeros across the board. I don't know. But yeah, they're really, really, really good. And I expect them to be in the finals, basically. All right, so as players join in for Brian and Brian Raiders, we got Chirp City, Clean Algebra Cow, Madams, and of course Dilly, Squirrel, and Nerve for the Red Bulls. Let's get this underway.
Adam's still running his 777s tag. So he might be like newer to this team. Maybe played a game. Could have picked them up like Red Bulls were able to pick up Nerve.
777 probably doesn't have a tier 1 or too much, not enough space, perhaps.
Yeah. Or, I mean, because that was part of Sunless. Or no, he switched to his own Son of Sunless and might have fell apart.
Okay. We got game 1 action here. Both teams just feeling each other out. Go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, it looks like that, like, typical game 1 you'd see during pro play. They're just kind of banging it back and forth, trying to see how each other plays. And Dilly hits the crossbar. Is that going to be one of those nights for him?
I don't know. But Clangers is tier 2, not tier 1, so you know, we can't pick him up.
At least you embrace the name. Like, that's the best part of it all.
I mean, like, I might as well just lean into it at this point. Like, I'm shooting kind of terrible, just, you know. I wish they'd start keeping track of posts, you know. And, you know,
Give you like 5 points for a post hit.
Yeah. Or maybe they deduct points, I don't know. Well, yeah, maybe 5. They deduct 5 from the shot on goal, so you get 5. That seems reasonable.
Yeah. I will say I've been noticing a lot of weird bounces off the post lately. Not saying they changed how they react to the ball or anything, but there's been a lot of like hitting inside post and then bouncing straight back out rather than kicking into the net that used to be. It could just be me trying to find a way to justify having a terrible shooting accuracy, but
I mean, I don't know if we can blame it on psionics, can we?
I'm gonna try.
Okay, well, I'm on board this one. It's certainly not my fault I can't shoot worth a damn.
Right.
And I mean, I'm talking to someone who broadcast my ones game. So
dude, your ones game was so exciting. Like, that was such a fun time. I loved watching that.
I mean, that really was like my best series, even if I kind of coughed it up there in the end. You know, it's just like, yeah, I think well, you saw spoilers. The man from Shuriken is also surprisingly part of BBC. We're sitting here talking here, and Dilly just bangs one in.
That was a great shot through the smoke screen.
But yeah, for my ones matchup, it was just like column A, column B. I played I played poorly in some, parts just to give my opponent the opening that they needed, and they just, they just put it away. But
Yeah.
like it's hard to blame a teammate in ones, and it's also hard finding a sub. But you know, I'm having fun.
Well, and it's interesting to me because I've seen both you and Pookie play quite a bit. No, Pookie was part of With It. This was what's his name? Yoshi Creator. I've also been able to see a couple of Yoshi's games, and to see the two of you play ones, it's so drastically different than how you guys played threes. It was super entertaining to watch.
I don't know. I feel like, oh, there's a goal. There's a goal.
Unfortunate.
Looks like there was
Nerve
a
and Billy bumping into each other.
yeah, BBC meeting of the minds there. Good. I mean, as I say on those though, also good on Madams to just put it away, just put it on net.
Yeah. And I feel that's something that a lot of people don't fully not comprehend, but utilize to its fullest. Even all the way up through GC, just throw the ball at net. Like, force them to do something. It doesn't matter what it is, just force it.
Speaking of throwing the ball at the net, oh, back clear from Nerve.
He had the right idea. Squirrel was there, but Algebra Cow was just in a really good position there to challenge that before Squirrel could.
Yeah, put that dominance front end on that ball. Just crushing the back of the net.
Well, and in Nerve's defense there, you have to figure Algebra Cow is going to be rotating back. He has two people up. He's third man. If Squirrel gets that touch and he challenges, that's an easy goal for BBC. And so I can't really blame Nerve for trying to hit that pass because it's probably the right call there. Just Algebra Cow with the heads up, ballsy play, and it pays off.
All right, B&B Raiders take game one.
Yeah, and it was. I felt like the Red Bulls were really in control of that entire game there, and it just a couple bad bounces. I mean, the first one with Nerve bumping Dilly, and Madam's getting it on net, and then Nerve making the right play, in my opinion, from just seeing it for that second. And Cow just getting the right turn, I really think it was unfortunate for Red Bulls that that's how it turned out. But like I said, for the majority of that, I really felt like they were in control outside of two unlucky plays.
Yeah. I mean, it does look, for whatever it's worth, which is again just part of the game, stats are pretty even, but yeah, it did kind of feel like Red Bulls definitely had at least like control, but just couldn't convert. So let's see if they can bounce back, or can B&B put themselves in position for a possible sweep. Game two.
I definitely think Dilly's going to get the guys under control here. And I think they're going to end up with probably the first goal pretty quickly here. Rotations are already looking a lot cleaner. We're only 10 seconds into this one. Was Algebra Cow plat stratting there?
What, going back for boost?
I saw him just spinning in the corner around that full boost until it gets spawned.
I mean, sometimes you just need the 100. Nerve couldn't turn it in there.
We were watching, what was it? I was casting the Shuriken Black match last night, which is tier 2. And the team they played gave up like 2 goals because their last man back was just sitting on corner boots waiting for it to spawn. What a dunk by Dilly. Dirty.
Let's see. So where am I going to rate this? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's up there. Like, at least an 8. 8 out of 10, I approve.
Oh, shout out to Algebra Cal for rocking that alpha cap.
Oh, so he's... Yeah, I saw someone rocking that. Just couldn't figure out which person.
Yeah, he's also been a GC since Season 3. Dude's impressive. Like, and to be able to maintain it from Season 3 to now is even more impressive in my mind. A dangerous double commit coming out from the Red Bulls, but Madams can't get a touch on it. He's going to want that one back for sure.
Two up for B&B. I feel like we're a little we're kind of still in the feeling out phase.
Yeah,
like
everyone's playing just a little sloppy.
Yeah.
Dilly rocking the bunny on his car.
Yeah, it's not, yeah, why is he rocking a bunny? Or is he going to use the excuse, well, it's not obnoxious and in the way, like the Halloween haunted house topper. So...
Oh. Man, I was playing a ranked match the other night, and the dude was rocking a full Christmas car. I was so upset.
Well, you know, Christmas in July, right?
Right. Well, yeah, yesterday, Rocket League puts out nothing but Christmas items in the item shop.
Yeah, like it's a 26 too, so it's like you should have done that like a month ago, actually, on the 25th. You know, 6 months after. I shot that from Algebra Crowd after just a bunch of Red Bull misses.
Red Bull's almost a little bit in their own head right now.
And I hate to say that, but that's kind of always been a hallmark of Dilly's teams.
Yeah.
I know sometimes I'm probably a little too harsh on him, but there's also just a lot of, well, if the shoe fits.
Right. I mean, a lot of odd positioning coming out from Red Bulls here. I mean, Dilly pushing it in the corner and then Squirrel pre-walling before the clear happens. Just, I don't know. When Squirrel makes up for it. What
wow. I'm just like, what? He goes under and then... All right. All right, nice one, Squirrel.
It's like he heard me talking shit and just...
Yeah, I'm just like, okay.
Real quick.
Okay, let me show you these tier 1 plays.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I feel like this is one of those. They respect each other a lot, and so they're playing more passive than both teams. More passive than they probably have in the past so far.
Oh, open net. All right.
Nice touch there from Dilly. Beautiful placement hitting that lower left 90. Only spot he could have put that for a goal.
Yeah. Nice placement. So
they're definitely playing a lot better here.
Never almost got that one.
I thought he was going to, but got the demo anyway. Squirrel.
Almost finds up there.
That would have went in.
Yeah, I'd make a clangers joke, but that was so difficult that even right. Just where he missed it, you know, got tipped my
touch most
cap.
of us dream of.
Yeah. So, B&B Raiders kind of caught pushing there. Like, not going to fault them there. down to under a minute. Kind of got to push up a little.
Yeah, and Chirp had to challenge that one, but Matt didn't have to make the turn on that one. And I think that's really what ended up doing him in there was Matt was going back third like he should. Chirp went for it, and Matt turned before the 50 happened. And that just kind of left the net wide open for them to get that goal there. And really, this game, the biggest difference, in my opinion, is Red Bulls haven't been getting punished for their double commits and bad rotations, where they've been able to punish B&B this time around.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still... On both sides, I'd say I'm still a little worried about some of the double commits I'm seeing. So it'll be... I'll say it'd be interesting to see how both sides clean that up. But yeah, that game, that's 11 if I can do math correctly. So 11-3 shot difference.
Yeah, and it was apparent from the beginning. But I mean, even that, they had 5 goals, so they were just off of 50% shooting. Like that was a really good job there from the Red Bulls, being able to just keep that offensive pressure going. And then they were able to play the boost management game. Like they were able to keep B&B really low that entire series there. Or that entire game. And so the series is really going to come down to who can clean up their play first.
Yeah.
Like their nerve just rotating ball side. They don't get punished for it, which is something Brian needs to aggress and kind of force the pace there. But they had all turned off, respecting this Red Bulls team even more now because they put up 5 goals last game.
Oh, that's bad. Nice save from Matt.
Nice bump there from Squirrel. His Chirp probably could have got that pinch out front. That gave Nerve time to push up on this one. Dilly with the pre-jump. Ooh, what a demo from Algebra Cow. Not that I think Squirrel would have been able to make it back anyway, but it kind of left... it kind of left Dilly and Nerve kind of awkward where they couldn't see anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, Nerve kind of charged back there to the ball. And there's an open net.
What a banger from Matt. Dilly they got caught in a line, and that was, Nerve, Dilly, and Squirrel all on the same side within pretty much the same half. Dilly was just up a little too far there. Nerve going for that full boost.
Okay, well, right now it's time for the Raiders to start scoring in bunches. We're not even a minute and a half in.
Almost a mirror of what we saw last game.
Yeah. I mean, we're not even at the point where Red Bulls can forfeit.
What a demo. Great solo play from Nerve there. That touch right there really did it. Cow couldn't get there. Chirp probably thought Cow was going to be able to get there. Which, I mean, I honestly didn't think Nerve was going fast enough to get that demo, though. Demos are so broken right now. Like,
yeah.
I mean, they aren't going to fix servers anytime soon. Fix these demos. Like, I don't know what is and what isn't a demo anymore.
Oh, well.
What a beautiful passing play.
Nerve starting to pop off, trying to get the Red Bulls back in this game.
Great touch there from Dilly.
Nice team play there. 3:13 to go. Game 3. We are in best of 3 territory. It's been a while since I've actually been able to call that.
Right. It feels like this circuit's been very, at least in my experience, very one-sided. Like, it's either a 3-1 or it's a 3-0 either way. Like, I'm not seeing very many 5-game series out of at least my clubs. It's either sweep or get swept.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I'm considering like the the old BBC 3-1 where you're like, oh, we got this in the bag. Oh crap! I guess we got to try now in game 4.
Right.
I've seen a lot of those stave off sweeps in game 3.
Green said you got to update the Red Bulls. It's only at 1-0 for Ravens right now instead of 1-1.
Still working on this overlay, trying to get used to it. Probably easier when I don't have someone to like talk to the entire time.
I know how that goes.
Although I guess if you saw me the other night, I wasn't really doing that well. I think it was Friday, so which I guess when we debuted it, but I think I had 1 or 2 cracks at it.
What a bump from Nerve there. Over pursuing this one and just absolutely claps Cow in net here.
Yeah, looking for the bump play, like
Lord. But I mean, Andrew, I made it a minute into a game the other day and didn't even realize I hadn't switched my scene, so they were just staring at my face casting the match.
I think you actually did that in my series too.
It's just,
I mean, I probably, like, if I was paying attention, I would have been stupid enough to just, like, stop and say, like, hey, Tank, it's on pretty face cam and not the match.
and I look over because I check chat every once in a while to try and interact, and I'm like, oh, they're yelling at me. Good Lord.
Like, I understand, like, I happen just like now that I'm on just like one view or more than one view, it's like, oh, now I understand how people do that from time to time.
Yeah. Well, especially if it's like a really good match and you jump really quick into the next one.
Yeah.
Or something happened and you had to like remake and you're kind of on that in-between screen or something like that. And it's just, you get caught in this groove and you just don't think about it. I know it's the worst for me when chat's really active, and so we're talking back and forth, and it's just like, oh, I need to change all these scenes. My bad.
Well, I'm glad I have that to look forward to in my amateur broadcasting career.
Oh, it'll be great.
I mean, I will say, though, I am qualified to broadcast RLCS. And I say that because...
Yeah.
Because I did join a game I was broadcasting.
Yeah, we were talking about that because I've been casting our twos matches, and they're like, what happens if one of our internet dies or something like that? Can you sub in? I'm like, absolutely not, but you better pray that's not the case because we want to win.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if that would happen, it's like, yeah, I can sub in, but I have to do it according to rules, so I need to wait till the game's over.
Right.
Ooh.
What a save by Dilly there. Oh. I puckered a little bit on that one.
The old desperation.
Really impressive.
Go ahead.
Really impressive job there from Red Bulls, turning that one around after 3 quick goals by Brian and Brian.
So the Red Bulls, interestingly, 9-5 on shots. They had 4 unanswered there. Close game there. I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think.
Had it in the books.
Yeah. Again, kudos on the Red Bulls for figuring out whatever they were doing. Again, it felt like at the beginning, just I hate to say more of the same, but kind of what we saw in the first two games was just some weirdly sloppy plays, and Brian and Brian were punishing them big time.
Yeah. And so, I mean, at the 3-minute mark, they're down, or 3:30 mark, they were down 3-0.
Yeah, or not even 3:30.
I didn't think it was like, it was like 3:50, something like that. Just over a minute. I honestly didn't think they're going to be able to get back in it. Brian and Brian looked to be all over them, and their defense really stepped up in the second half of that game.
So I wonder if just Brian and Brian let up, perhaps, as well. Like, I don't know, just kind of like based on how the series had played out beforehand, it just, I don't know. It felt, I could be looking into things that aren't there, but like, and I know you kind of have a, it's human nature to, oh, Dilly almost got a touch there. You kind of let up when you just like get a really quick early lead, but I don't know.
Well, and I feel like some of it too was those first two goals that came out from BBC to kind of start that rally there were demo goals and bump goals. And I think that really affected Brian and Brian's defensive rotations in the second half. Like, they were playing lights out. Nerve gets the one off the kickoff with the beautiful solo play and demolishing Cow. And then his second goal, I believe, was another just bump play that got Cow out of the way.
Yeah.
And so I really think that got into the heads of B&B there. And they started to play more passive, trying to keep an extra man back for that situation. And it just caused really weird rotations for them.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I kind of feel like right now, just based on games 2 and 3, I don't know if like Brian and Brian want to like necessarily get a little bit more passive, just from the Red Bulls, aggression shot advantage. I don't know, because my thought is that if you're doing that, you kind of like really need to make a substantial change just to like throw your opponent off. And I don't know if they want to go to the passive like defensive side, even though they were still up.
Yeah.
I
think they need to cut out these silly challenges. Like Chirp challenging Dilly there was not a smart challenge. He's coming back on the ball. Best case, he's going to get a touch back towards his own net with the rest of BBC barreling down on top of him. Like, he wasted all of his boost to get up there to try and get a challenge for really nothing, even if he would have won it. Oh, Madam's DC'd.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this isn't a professional tournament. We don't have admin powers.
Right. And I mean, it's 3 minutes into the game, so it's not like they can restart anyways. Because they have, 30 seconds? But, I mean, this could completely shift the series if they're able to come away from this without giving up a goal, and Matt's able to reconnect. Like, BBC really needs, and now it's a, wow.
There's a rule one.
A rule one.
I would not blame the Brian and Brian player for breaking it. Like, yeah, that's unfortunate. This is
really unfortunate. Like, such a good series, and this is probably how it's going to end. Like,
I hate these unwritten rules. Because they drive me crazy sometimes. Like, again, if Chirp had broken it, I would. Because I know I would.
That's an extenuating circumstance. Like,
yeah.
I don't think anyone would have faulted him at that point. Not at all. It's a 2-on-3. Your buddy disconnected. You're in a rule 1, so it's a 2-on-1. Like, I wouldn't have faulted him for that.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a full 3-on-3 and you guys get caught in a rule 1, I will 100% lose a match before I break that rule 1.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, and he
Storms.
lost power. Sharp gets this one back though. Dang, that's. I almost feel like we're robbed of a game 5 here.
Yeah.
Oh, will you add one to BBC?
Oh, yeah. I'm on top of this.
Like,
He says in game 4.
right. with 1 minute left. It took us 6 minutes to realize it was missing.
Oh, yeah, we're professionals at this, folks.
You know, that's why we get that's why we're here. But this is also my favorite part of casting with you. It's nice to not be, I mean, because you know how I cast. Like, I'm talking a million miles an hour. It's nice to be able to just kick back and relax. Dilly gets the top cheddar, can't get the Bardowski, but Squirrel follows that one. I'll give it to these guys on B&B though. They didn't quit.
Yeah.
And they were able to get a goal. Like, oh, he's back on Discord, so he isn't dead. So, I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
I know I sound sarcastic. I'm not meant to be. I'm not meaning to be. It's just my voice. My wife doesn't even know when I'm sarcastic anymore, so it is what it is. But yeah, I 100% feel like we just got robbed.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, or at the very least, a chance.
right.
Again, we have no idea what could have happened, but like they were playing dead even there in game 4, and
yeah, and even at that point, I mean, they held off BBC until what, like a minute 20 left before they gave up a goal, and it was because it was a 2-on-1.
Yeah,
with the rule one, like, and then they even got one of those back in a 2-on-3. So I honestly feel like this would have gone to a game 5 had Madam's not DC, like House got not struck by lightning, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's just like everything was just like restarted in just enough time for him to not get back in the game.
Yeah.
And we've here on the stream we've had many of those instances where it's just like, what could have happened. We had one last night that we, it was more of a play. That we talk about
Now,
that flipped the series. Because I felt that what happened, it was a mistake, and it totally flipped the series. And same thing here. They're playing even. Both teams are playing even, and Madams just kind of gets screwed over by Mother Nature.
Yeah, and I can understand his frustration. I can understand he's upset, but to say GG's, glad the Lightning allowed you to get a free game, I don't think that's totally called for, personally.
Yeah.
Do I agree? Possibly. I think that would have gone to a game 5, 100%. But I do think that's just one of those things, like, you just need to internalize and just say GG's. Wish we could have played out the series.
Yeah.
Something like that. I understand him being frustrated and upset. I would be frustrated and upset as well. But I think it's going to... Do I fault him for saying it? No. Do I think it should have been an IGL Rocket League General? No.
Yeah.
If it was even in the general chat here in BBC or their general chat, okay. That's fair. And Royal Titans got a forfeit victory. Good Lord. You guys and your forfeits. Like, what the hell?
Wait a minute. Already?
That's what
you
said. Or is that for last week?
I think that was for last week. Let me check.
No, it says week 4 results. 3-0 forfeit victory. They got a forfeit last week too. They got a forfeit yesterday. Good God, people.
Saturday. I think I know. I know this makes for entertaining television. So this is. Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's, huh?
I'm seeing who they're playing. I'm seeing who they're playing. Um, yeah. Um, so there's two teams that are I'm going to say mini org in the BBC division.
Uh huh.
Volt and Temp 2, and it looks like they're a bunch of like playing up teams. So they got the proverbial one person in the tier.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. Again, I don't know what that totally means. But I mean, a Monday forfeit probably means that that team's
They
gone.
scheduled and didn't show up.
I don't know about that. Usually Monday forfeits means the team's usually gone.
Yeah.
Like, that's the week 4 matchup. But again, I don't want to. Disperse your team like that, but like, in a way, it just like, that's pretty telltale, because that's kind of like what started happening last season, is that basically, heck, the admins, the administration for IGL were getting in there and just like auto processing forfeits, because teams were dropped. So again, because you have a whole week to schedule your match, so it's just unlikely. And I know it's rough playing up, but I mean, I hate. We've beat the drum on this before. I guess we'll continue to do it. It's just, you should still show up and finish. Like,
Right, and that's their second forfeit of the circuit, so they're automatically DQ'd now.
Yeah. So.
And so it's rough, and as much as I harp on IGL for some things that they do, I do think they need to come up with a way to work these tiers where if you have one bubble player that's a div up, like, you got to find a way to kind of work this out, or give them an option of finding someone else to fill in or something like that when they're doing all of this. Because, I mean, I even saw it this week during the Shuriken match. Those two players in tier 1 are 1850 something in twos, and they were playing two high 14, low 1500s because the dude finished last season at 1601. And so they automatically got bumped up from tier 2 to tier 1, and now they're having an extremely rough season because he happened to just hit 1600 and then ended the season and then dropped back down, because I don't think he held it for 5 days at that time. And there has to be some type of leeway there.
Well, I would just say that, like on that front, I feel like that goes again with the inconsistencies of applying, basically assigning people tiers, because you see people that fall in that 5-day window, or whatever, that's what it feels like, and like there's even like a big I'd say like 10-20 point drop or whatever, and then these people that just like briefly touch it, it's just like again this has been an ongoing complaint of mine for a while. It's just that I just wish that there was more consistency behind everything.
Yeah.
And like, again, like, I don't care like if I'm a bubble player, but like, when I moved up, like, I put myself in that position because I wanted to see everything.
Yeah.
And I'd been playing at tier 2 anyways because we didn't have a tier 3 team a season prior, so I've been playing it. No, it was back in the winter, so I went up and down, just based on who was on my team. But yeah, we even Ninja Zach like got placed in tier 1 because he like touched 1605 and went back down. But that was enough to qualify him for like tier 1. And again, it's like, as long as we understand like how these decisions are made, like it's hard to argue. When you know how the decisions are being made. And granted, there's always going to be judgment calls, but again, like just transparency, and then the masses won't necessarily get all riled up over everything.
Well, and that's why I think they need to add more staff to assigning tiers and checking trackers. Like in Shuriken, we have one team, Shoguns. So Neg Neg and Slim Shady have been playing together since for 3 circuits now. They started off in tier 1 playing with a player who they were like C1, C2 at the time. They were playing with a player who was like 1800, but they all wanted to play together, so they played in tier 1. Fine, whatever. So then last circuit, they got placed in the correct tier. They got placed because they were both C3 at one point, and they picked up another player, Ploutzy, who was C3 as well. So they got placed into tier 2, right? Where you should be. They got placed in tier 3 this circuit.
How?
Don't know. And so they've been they're playing in tier 3. By the time they realized they were in tier 3, everything was done, so IGL can't do anything at that point.
Well, yeah,
and so now you have champ 3s playing with champ 1, champ 2s who have been champ 3s for seasons. Like if you look at their tracker, and you look back even one season, 2 of them ended in mid to high champ 3 last circuit or last season.
Yeah, that kind of speaks to like some of the misplacements I saw early on. I thought some of it sort of got cleaned up when they finally like decided that basically when they switched over to tiers and went to his tier/divisions, and didn't have everyone all piled up. Because there were a couple times, before the switch, which was the winter circuit, I think. No, the spring circuit. Spring circuit? No, May is the winter. Where I'm sure you remember this. There was 90 teams in the division, and at JFC they had to split tier 3 up into 2 different divisions. So it was tier 3 and tier 4 because they didn't have divisions, and they called it tier 4. And I think both my teams ended up in tier 4 unquote. So we were playing legitimate like diamonds, and like that, so that was like that's sours, in that case our opponent's experience, because they were technically placed right, but then again this goes back to the administration complaint. It's like, now it's, they were placed in tier 4. They're like, I thought this was tier 4. It's like, well, yeah, technically it's supposed to be tier 4, but because tier 3 is so big, they moved it down and didn't bother like doing tier 3A and 3B. So yeah, and then you have a team that's inexplicably there, and that goes to another complaint. Is like, at least this time I think there's 24 hours maybe to dispute. But like, like in the case of this Shuriken squad, like there's no reason for them to dispute because they think they're going to get placed in tier 2.
Right, and so I mean, if I was them, I wouldn't check my schedule until the day it goes live, which is Sunday afternoon, and by that time everything's already done, so it's not like they can pull a team and rework an entire division. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think there's plenty of stuff that IGL is doing very, very well. I don't want that to be overshadowed by the small gripes that I have about them, but
Agreed.
This is one of those, like, it's a situation that shouldn't happen if they have enough staff to help with it. And that's kind of been the problem what was it? I think it was, what'd you say, summer of 19? Maybe it was spring of
fall.
19. where they had 90 teams in one division, and so people that went 5-1, 6-0 missed playoffs.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. No, I mean,
but they did a really good job adjusting for that, but it was just showing where their growth was, and I think they're trying to play catch up with their staff, mods, and admins to get up back to where it should be. But I don't think they're doing it quick enough to make the differences that people need.
Yeah.
But some of that also comes with the community being idiots and asking the same 9 questions every single day that if they just read the rules, they'd be taken care of.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of like misreading of rules.
They're pretty straightforward. Well, I told you what happened between me and Supersonic Turtles.
Refresh my memory
there. So it was a community caster day. So when you're a community caster, you give them certain days and so many match slots, right? So I give them 6 a week. When that slot is requested, the only extra person allowed in the lobby is a community caster for that day.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have anybody else in there.
Or if you bring someone else in the booth with you. It's just
right. I'm allowed to bring someone in, but I'm supposed to be the only caster streaming that match per rules. Says it clear as day. Well, Trace Leo, 3 Lions is what I call him, the org owner of Supersonic Turtles, and Padawan, they were both in there. I'm like, hey man, who are these extra people? They aren't supposed to be in here. And it went on for like 3 or 4 matches. And I'm like, dude, like, per rules, you aren't supposed to be in here. I'm just going to get a mod. Like, I got to a point where, like, you guys need to leave or I'm getting a mod. Like, simple as that. That's how it goes. Like, we're dedicating our time to those community caster days. It's a rule. Just follow it. Well, they continued to give me shit on their stream. They called me, what'd they call me? They called me dirty, sleazy, cheap, and didn't understand how I was trying to build my community, but only allowed followers to chat. Because I don't think they understand things generally. Because followers just mean you have to click the button. You don't have to subscribe to chat. Just BT dubs, Tress, if you ever watch this, reading helps a little bit. And then he tried complaining to K-Cup and to Drunk Cookies about it. About how he was being mistreated and I was bullying him out of the lobby and he was the victim in this situation. And that's a franchise owner.
Yeah.
That didn't even read rules. And like, I think that's the biggest problem is people not reading the rules and then thinking they're above said rules because they didn't read them and are playing ignorance. Like, that's on you. And then nothing happening to those when they take screenshots of DMs between you two and post them all over their Discord and talk shit for days about it. But nothing comes of it.
Yeah, like I feel like that.
So what's the point for people to read rules at that if they're not gonna be reprimanded for the rules that you're breaking at that point?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like if I had, the IGL admin powers, and I mean, I know this sounds harsh, but it's like, here are the rules, you failed to, did, and then now you're being toxic in the community. Like,
right.
Consider you, one, it's like, consider your match a loss now. And, consider yourself now on final warning,
Right.
And that would be like the least I would do. And again, like it sounds harsh. And
but I mean,
like
that's kind of how you need to run it, or you're gonna have toxic little people like this running around all the time.
Yeah, and like okay, so, and by the way, welcome to Dilly for stepping in here as he listens to taking
the rudest franchise owner I know.
BS the entire
BS the entire shit.
But like, I hate to go back to an old hobby of mine. But like organized play for Magic, like, it's so different. It's so different than, playing at your local store. And it's the same thing here. Like, IGL, like, this isn't the top of the food chain by any stretch of the means, but this is organized play. And this is so different than getting your buddies together and going playing ranked. And it's just like,
I think IGL is like Friday Night Magic. Like, that's what IGL is.
No.
It's enjoyable. But I mean, depending on the shop you're at, it's kind of a dumpster fire at times.
Well, actually, yeah, you know what? Yeah, like my store was like a casual F&M. Like
mine too.
But I know stores in my area that run like almost, just straight up tournament play.
Iron Fist. They had like the other one that I stopped going to had an official judge there for F&M every week, and I'm like, I can't handle this. Like, this is too stressful.
Like I know the main store of the chain that I played at, like it was pretty large, so they had like typically like 100 to 200 people F&M across.
Good lord.
Whatever they ran. I know this is irrelevant, but I'm glad Tank understands this. They ran standard and draft. So, and they had judges too, just because of the amount of people and to try and keep it like organized.
Right.
But it wasn't like, cutthroat as I've known like some stores in the area. But I mean, it's still like, again, for organized play, it's like part of your job is to actually like respect the system and, respect the integrity of the system. And like, if you can't do that, then, why are you here? So like, I don't know. I just feel it like that, that BS is just like, read the GD rules, even if you fail to do it before the season starts, you better do it, and all that garbage. So
what's GD?
Goddamn.
I know, I just want to hear you say it.
Thank you for answering that, because my wife's home and she would like wake out of her sleep and be like, what the fuck did you just say?
Oh.
Really?
Well, again, like
she lets me get away with a lot of things. That is one of the few phrases that she wants me to get away from using, and I can respect that.
Is that like the religious aspect on it, or is it just cursing in general?
No,
I mean, she doesn't give a shit if I curse.
Gotcha.
That's kind of what our relationship's built on, but it's that one. She knows that I need all the help I can if I want to end up in heaven with her, so she's trying to do it little by little.
We got you. That's fair. That's fair. Got a chip at the old block.
Right. She's got time to work on it. We'll get there eventually.
Hell yeah.
So what's up, Dilly? Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I see that you fired up
if you go
Quantum
back
League.
and watch the replay, I did call you guys a little sloppy, so...
Yeah, we were pretty sloppy, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and like there's a couple instances like, just miscommunications, awkward flips, and they were pretty good. I mean, they countered like quick, like they had good quick counters, and we were there for the most part, but every now and then just it slipped and they took advantage. So, but how about that 4-goal comeback,
dude?
Game 3.
So
dude.
what did you guys do to actually pull that off? Like, we were super curious because it seemed like they had your number up until like the 2.5 minute mark.
You're right. I mean, the biggest thing was, Nerve, he's really good at just talking through every goal and just being like, hey, let's just, like, after I think goal 2, he's like, all right, we still got this, plenty of time left. And then, like, another garbage goal. And then I was like, all right, let's just reset. We got this. And, we really just played calm and just played our game and just let the goals come. And I think we didn't adjust our play style at all. I think they just started getting really conservative, and they stopped challenging as much. So we took advantage of that and just kind of capitalized on a couple opportunities. And next thing you know, 4-3, and we're like, okay, let's just finish this out. And I made
Green said, "Clean is the man." By the way, cool dude. I talk to him every once in a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
dude. Okay. Yeah, I've seen Clean before, and I think I've seen the Madams guy, which I spoke to the other captain afterwards, and he was like, yeah, he's like, that guy was like, I think I hear lightning, or I think I see lightning outside, and then like he was cut out, and they're like, okay. So they just kept playing, and I was like, I looked at the time, and I'm like, we got to play this out, and like I was like, I feel bad, guys. I'm like, maybe we should like, and like, no, fuck it, we need this win. I'm like, okay.
Well, I mean,
yeah, it was like what, a minute 45 left.
Yeah, and it was 0-0.
And hell, man, they fought hard.
I know they did.
I was impressive that they only held you guys to 3 goals during that, and one of them came during a 2-on-1 because of the Rule 1. Mad respect to him for seeing that one out.
Oh, dude, when I saw the Rule 1, Nerf's like, holy shit, he actually rule one. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, dude, I feel like I was thinking in my head, I'm like, we should just give them this match at this point. Like, if they're gonna give us like if they're gonna go into rule one on a 2v3, and I'm like, dude, like, hats off to you fellas. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah.
We were rolling when we saw that. We're like, dude, these guys are awesome.
Yeah, and it almost resulted in a goal for him if
If he just hit on net,
Algebra Cow hit post.
Mhm.
I was like, there's no, if they win this down 2-3, like, I think Dilly's soul's gonna be crushed.
Yeah, we played incredibly sloppy when it was 2v3. Like, you know, there's just something about 2v3, man. It's weird. Like, you're trying to figure out how to beat them and you can't. You're just like they play like the completely different play style, and they just like, I mean, that's with any team. Usually it's impossible to beat a 2v3. You just have to, like, it takes a little bit to adjust, and then once you adjust, then you're fine. But
yeah, they did a really good job turtling there and just keeping you guys basically out of the front of their net.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was funny, and you know, I honestly, if that happened, if I was in their shoes and that happened, I'd probably roll. I mean, I'd be like a little mad, but at the same time, be like, I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, like, shit happens. So
Right.
you just gotta laugh and roll with it. So.
Right. And that, I mean, like I said, huge props to them for actually trying to play it out. And when they got that goal and went down 2-1, I was like, there's a chance. Like,
Yeah. Then we scored like one or two more, and then it was like, okay. And then we feel a little more okay, because like, yeah, I mean, Chirp City, dude, he is nuts. Like his shots, like top corner, left and right, like he was making some banger shots, and so like when he hit that banger when he was 2v3, I was like, oh, okay, guess we got a game now, 2v3. So
I honestly do feel like we were robbed of a stellar game 5, because that's the way it felt like it was going.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that.
Like,
yeah, it was a hard fought game 4, so like, I could definitely see that happening game 5.
I would love to see a playoff rematch between you two.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I told him. I was like, good luck rest of the season. I'm sure we'll see in playoffs, because they're a top team and we're a top team at the moment. So
yeah, I think you're locked for playoffs now.
Yeah. Well, I won't be happy until we're 6-0. So.
Hey man, I'll get 6-0 is a curse.
It is. That's right. We'll go 5-1.
6-0 is the worst curse you could ask for.
That's true. Just talk to Shinobi.
Talk to me.
Yeah,
tell
you
all
too.
About it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got bounced first round after going 6-0.
Yeah, we went. The Red Bulls, our first season that we won, we were 5-1. Just something about that 6-0, man. Like mentally, it changes you between 6-0 and 5-1.
It's so much pressure to be like, we're the number 1 seed. No one's been able to touch us. We have to keep this going, and everyone just plays up to that level. And you're just like, oh, we rolled everybody. We're gonna roll playoffs too, and you just get caught off guard.
Yep. So.
And I'll never forget when we lost 3-1. And I didn't play Rocket League. I didn't log on for like 3 days. I was so mad.
Damn, that's rough.
I don't even think I turned my computer on for 3 days. I would just disappeared.
Yeah, they're like, anybody talks to Tank? Did he die? I don't know, man.
Well, and I felt bad because we played the Sins week 6, and they had to beat us to make playoffs, and then they lost playoffs due to a technicality because they were a better seeded team, but a worse team got in because their conference sucked. And then we got bounced first round. I was like, man, I wish I would have just thrown week 6 to let them sneak in, get a lower seed, and we'd probably still be playing.
Yeah. I mean, that's arguably the same situation as Shinobi. If they wouldn't have went 6-0, we wouldn't have played them first round.
Arguably, if you guys weren't throwing games, you wouldn't have played Shinobi either.
But,
they seeded the teams correctly, you wouldn't have played Shinobi.
Hear me out. If Shinobi was not the number 1 seed, I honestly think there's a world where we would have thrown that game. Because, for whatever reason, when it's an uphill battle, I
No,
feel like
you
we played
wouldn't.
better.
Like,
If they were like the 5th seed, I feel like we wouldn't have played the same against Shinobi.
no, you would
'Cause-
have. You
Yeah.
would have. You would have. You
You
would
think
have.
we would have?
Yes. Again, like
Okay.
I have 9 months plus worth of evidence. Like, like the problem. Okay, fine. We'll go down this road again.
Uh-oh.
Like,
My
like
bad.
when you guys, it's like you guys just choose to get up. It's like it's maddening
do.
when you like you shouldn't have a switch, but you do.
Yeah.
And the problem is when you turn that switch off, you guys don't know how to turn it back on. Like
No.
that's it. Like you aren't in the position to have a switch.
Yeah.
Like you just can't. You know.
I don't even have a Nintendo Switch, so.
Yeah. Well, I do. But
Yes.
but anyways, yeah. And
I don't. Anybody want to donate?
I mean, I'm probably level
I have
200
one.
on
It's
that
nice.
one. Yeah, it's a nice console.
It's not bad. It's worth having for stuff here and there. Never play Rocket League on it. It's a nightmare.
Oh
Yeah.
well, this person has.
I
Huh?
tried once and I'm like,
Oh,
I
damn.
can't handle this.
Well, I was playing it while being on PS4 too. I bought Rocket League to play
Mm.
with a friend before, like, you know, they on-F the Switch.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay. I was just like, well, I guess now I can just play on my. It's when they brought like true cross-platform parties. That was what it was.
Mhm.
So like, yeah. I mean, I got fairly decent. Like, you know, I was basically, you know, like a rank below what I was playing it on the PS4. It is
Mhm.
something you have to get used to.
Yeah.
It's also nice not having all the eye candy. It's like, oh, this is what it's like to be a PC user who turns all their shit down.
Yeah. Dude, I've yet to do that. It just looks so beautiful. It's hard to turn it off.
Yeah. I mean, I use the same logic for toppers and antennas.
Yeah.
I ain't distracted by that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's my gameplay that sucks.
Yep. Everyone else gets distracted.
Yeah.
Because like that's kind of what I've started to do. Like I don't even pay attention to my car really on the screen anymore,
Yeah.
and so I don't even notice what I look like.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna start making myself. We talked about the other night. I'm gonna make myself as obnoxious as possible.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Do
be
it.
great.
Hell yeah.
I
Make
can
weird ass fucking.
I can defend on car customization some people not liking certain boosts because depending on camera settings it gets in the way. That's completely fair.
Why everyone just runs Alpha Boost.
I know. I'm excited. Okay, one thing I'm super pumped about is this new boost, the gold one. I really hope it looks like nice.
I hope it sounds good. Like that's the only reason I use Alpha Boost on Bacchus. It's because it sounds gorgeous. It just it sounds so clean and so nice. Like I just want the boost to sound good.
Yeah. No, I agree. Hey, real quick, Tank, do you have a Stormwatch? You're trying to sell?
I don't think so, but I can double check.
It's fine. I'm just trying to
Green
find one.
said standard boost.
Standard. I actually love standard. I did actually sell all my standard though. I'm mixing it up with the neothermal boosts now.
I do not have a Stormwatch. I can ask a buddy, but
That's fine. Whatever. I'm not too worried.
I'll be willing to sell you my standard boost for like, I don't know, 2,000 credits in a month.
fair.
It's funny because I'd buy it.
Yeah, you would.
I know, dude. You
Oh.
gotta have it.
All club members, just be on alert if you have standard, especially if you bought the ones that Dilly sold. Just hold on to them. In a month, he'll buy them back for more than cost. Probably even more than what you paid for.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm really good at selling and then buying. Oh my god, I'm waiting for a twos match on Quantum League, and we've been looking for a match for almost 12 minutes.
Good lord.
Why are you
I
playing
don't think
Quantum
it's
League?
happening.
It's not match day.
Oh yeah, you're
He's
right.
gotta get better.
I know. Well, ASIC's trying to play. Oh,
love Quantum League. It's a good game. It's very
Nah.
well designed.
I know, it is super nice.
I got that Crimson Lightning. Someone wants to buy that from me.
Oh yeah, clean baby.
That was like the only item I didn't trade in to get my titanium white octane.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. I told you about that day, right?
What, the happiest day of your life?
Yeah, we sat in a Discord call, like 6 of us. I just streamed to Discord, me trading up all my commons, uncommons, rares, and very rares from the 1100 levels I had. My very, very last trade up is when I hit my titanium white octane.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah, dude. Dude, yeah, titanium octane, pretty fun to have. So I'm happy you finally got one. It's cool you got in a trade up too.
Yeah, there's no
Like-
way I was gonna spend money on that.
Yeah, I have.
I couldn't justify it. I want a new microphone first.
Yeah, it's fair. Well, you can get a new one through IGL now.
Yeah.
If you win a drawing.
Mhm.
If you want to use my email address, just DM me and I'll send it over to you. We'll get referral bonuses. So, just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Dilly, you lost the marbles race yesterday for the Skittles. I'm sorry.
Damn it. Who won?
Poke won the initial drawing, and then Sarge won the Skittles race.
Oh, cool.
Which, dude, I had never played marbles on stream before.
It's pretty fun,
That's
isn't it?
fun. Like, it
Yeah,
was
dude.
a blast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty addicting.
We're gonna do, because I have that 200,000 channel points get you Skittles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a marbles on stream day, like 3 or 4 hours with wagers where you can wager your channel points, make it like 500 or 1,000, and winner gets half of the bet amount.
Mm-hmm.
So if like 10 people go in at 500 a piece, winner gets 2,500 channel points added to them.
Oh, cool.
I'm like, I have plenty of people in the stream who are willing to spend their points to try and get more points to get Skittles. Like,
Yeah.
I'll give them a shot.
Hell yeah.
Plus, it feeds all of our need to gamble.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Everybody loves gambling.
Oh, I do. It's one of my favorite things.
Oh yeah. So if any of y'all are wondering, anybody wondering about the bunny that's on top of my car?
Yeah. What's up with that?
So when I hit 1700 last night, I like 2 games before.
Oh,
I
fucking
accident-
BDS over here.
BDS.
Big
What's
dick
that?
swinging.
Oh yeah. So weird flex, but no. So when we were like just grinding, right? And I was, you sift through your items you get after the game. Well, I accidentally equipped the bunny, and we went into a game after that, and we won. So I'm like, all right, I'm keeping this bunny on. Let's see how high I can get up. So, we were just playing, and like I was just like, I'm gonna. And today when we were warming up, I was playing in with the bunny, so I'm like, let's switch cars. So I switched cars. I didn't play good then. I'm like, I went back to the bunny. We started winning again. I'm like, all right, it's the bunny. So he's my good luck charm. So I'm gonna keep the bunny up top for now.
Lord.
Yeah, I should probably get a striker bunny. Keep track of those shots. So, but yeah, so that's behind that. It's a fun little thing that I have now between my bunny and I. So.
Hey man, whatever it takes to win, I ain't gonna argue with you.
Yeah. All right, green. You have Crimson Nero. Yeah, I got that already. Sorry. Love you.
The
that's right.
chatting in the stream does not transfer to Discord either.
I wish.
Otherwise, we got so many ultra competitive people here.
Yeah.
I have a sky blue one. Dilly.
You have a sky blue one?
I do. Sky blue neothermal.
I already have one.
All right.
I do. Yeah, it's like sky blue and
What
turns to
shot?
purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. Yeah, I got sky blue and then the crimson one for a certain setup. And then I have the white and black
Nice.
ones for like when I want to have it a little cleaner. It's actually for Interstellar. The Interstellar I have. I use sky
Okay.
blue because I have like the Interstellar that's blue with like purple shading. I don't know, it's weird. Looks cool though. But
Gotcha.
anyways, I'm gonna go do some 1v1s with A-Psych on Quantum League. So
Have some fun.
I will. Thanks for casting out. Thanks for coming
I'm
out.
gonna
Yeah,
go back and try to get back to GC.
There you go.
Yeah,
hey,
I
if you need a little umph, let me know.
Yeah, I will.
Otherwise,
I'm
have fun.
down to like 1440.
Oh, solid.
Wow.
It's all right. You'll get back
Weird,
up. You'll
weird
get back up
flex,
on the
but
saddle.
okay. Weird flex, but okay.
Terz is like shit.
I'm
mean,
just
I've-
glad I've been able to hold C3. Like, it makes me feel like I at least belong there.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
Because I got so much shit when I hit GC.
Mm.
Man, I wish I could hold C3. I did last season, but this season I'm doing a pretty good job of holding
It's
the
all these
Beastman
shitty
C3.
kids being home all the time.
Yeah, that might actually
Wow.
be it.
Play
That might
Rocket
actually
League.
be it. Like, you know, there's a lot of bad C1s and C2s,
Mm-hmm.
and like I could hold my own, but I don't know. Something's
Yeah.
something's just off right now, and I
Yeah.
do acknowledge part of that is on me because I do not play good 100% of the time, which is why I'm where I'm at, because
Yeah.
this is the breeding grounds for inconsistency, even though you think you aren't. But
Yeah.
yeah. One day I'll get back above 1400. I just had another 50-point drop. That's all.
It happens.
No big deal.
I mean,
It
you know, dropping 50 MMR casually. That's what I've been doing
It's just
the past month. Maybe if I
like
put,
gambling. You put enough money in and eventually you're going to hit.
It's true.
And then you ride that heater as long as you can.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I like it.
Speaking of gambling, if people are interested, I have a new gambling video up on my personal channel where I throw away 19 golden items in search of something worthwhile.
Okay. When is this?
It's on my personal channel. It's under my Rocket League roulette playlist.
Oh, nice. Oh, you already did it?
Yeah, I did it like a couple
Ooh.
days ago, I think.
Okay. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I also got
Those are always fun.
I got my level 1000 trade up stream up there too.
Okay. Solid.
Ooh, Rocket League gambling. I see that. Oh, I'm going to watch that.
Yeah,
Um,
with special commentary from Unforgiven.
I mean,
Solid.
if anyone else, when I hit 400 followers, I'm doing another Skittles giveaway. You just
Ooh.
got to be part of my Discord and follow me. So,
Hell yeah. And you just gotta click
everyone
that
loves Skittles.
candy bag.
yup. That's all it
Yup,
is.
yup.
Oh, randomly choose everyone in the giveaway. There's only 18 people this time, so odds are in your favor.
Hell
Kinda.
yeah. Hell yeah. Well, hopefully you can bug more people to get in the server.
Dude,
So,
I've added 5 new teams outside of Shuriken that want casts every week.
nice.
It's insane. Like
Dude, you're just popping off.
I finished last week at 21 casts.
Damn, dude.
It's crazy.
Man, I just want to get all our teams on stream.
It's a lot to ask.
Yeah, well,
Some
I mean,
people are incompetent.
Oh, trust me, I know.
yeah. Sometimes you don't
It's not
know.
just you guys.
You don't know until like 20, 30 minutes beforehand.
Yeah.
And I'm not necessarily taking shots at someone, but just sometimes, no. In all seriousness, like just sometimes it's, I am saying it's fortunate that I'm free a lot of the times in the evenings, and I don't have anything to do other than to gift MMR to my opponents. But there have been a couple instances where it's just like I'd love to do it, but I can't.
Yeah.
So, just
Well,
try and keep that all in mind, and be careful of putting games together at the last minute, just because,
Mm-hmm.
I am more than willing to help stream or broadcast or whatever, but it works best when I know about it in advance. That way I can plan how I'm going to screw the broadcast up.
True.
and if Mr. Anders never available, or if he's not available for a match, and you're still looking for someone to stream, your boy over here will take any second hands cast that he can.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to.
I'll even be nice to you guys.
Oh,
That's a tall order.
you were nice. You were nice to me on the one stream, and I was disappointed. I was massively disappointed. I was just like, man, I look
really hard to be as impartial as I can.
I gave you the go ahead to just trash me when I do something stupid.
But I like you so much, it's hard.
I know. Well, I guess
give
it
you
was.
shit in here.
I guess
but
it was
I
an
also know
official
that
stream, so
You
like.
play ones much like I do, so I'd just be insulting myself the whole time.
Well, I mean, self-flagellation and all that, but I got another game on Wednesday.
I am gonna head out here. It is 11:20. I need to get some Rocket League practice in.
Yeah.
Maybe play some more Minecraft.
I just got done kidnapping
me
villagers
Minecraft.
in Minecraft, and so phase 2 of repair my pickaxe is underway.
I'm building. I have my underground base inside my mine shaft, and I built this massive entrance to my PvP arena.
All right, I'm
So you're
about
gonna
to
walk through theirs, and there's gonna be 2 huge lion statues that you walk past to get to this arena, where it's gonna be like old school American gladiators.
All
where you
right.
have the obstacle course where the one person sat up top with the tennis ball launcher and was shooting at the contestants.
Yep.
It's gonna be like that. So one person's gonna start at the end. Dude's gonna be up on a plateau with a bow and arrow, and the person on the bottom has to run through and not die and hit the button to kill the person up there. And then there's gonna be like wagers and stuff that go on. I'm super excited.
That sounds awesome. I'm just playing boring vanilla.
Shuriken has their own server,
Okay.
and so I think we have like 20 people that play intermittently. But
Okay.
but it's no griefing and no PvP outside of designated events. And so I'm gonna make an area that if people want to come PvP, they can. It's gonna be like Fight Club.
Yeah. Well, like when I've done Minecraft multiplayer, it's just been do whatever you want. Like, if you want to seclude yourself and go crazy, go for it. We've just had the rules of pretty much the singular rule, which is don't be an ass. If you need to borrow stuff, ask. Other than that,
Right.
you could do collaborative, but just surprisingly, talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I joined a server like that, I just like, okay, I'm gonna go over here and like try and do something. But I'm
off on my own.
Yeah, I'm very particular about my Minecraft sometimes. So,
It's fair.
but yeah, you should. If you have a lot of time to kill, you could also watch my Minecraft series, because oh boy, are there a lot of videos.
Oh yeah. I always see it and then I get distracted and I'm like, oh that's right, Anders streaming. I go to click on it and you're already done. I'm so sad.
Yeah.
But I'll go and watch a couple.
Yeah,
I'm still new to Minecraft, so.
Oh yeah, I'm starting to graduate beyond rock boxes, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to improve on my style.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I probably should let you go now that we're approaching an hour and a half, and Green's just in here farming channel points.
I need to stop giving him channel points.
Yeah, well, you're not in the challenge, so you're okay. I might stealth add you just to see your reaction one day.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been dragging this on so I get channel points to change someone's car as well.
Okay. Well, I mean, so am I. I'm almost up to 5K myself, so but yeah, let's.
I could see you 100% stealth adding me one day.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Tank, you're gonna be in a Merc for the next week, and I'm like, Well, channel points is a binding document. Can't say no.
All right, let's in all seriousness, let's wrap this up. We're at an hour and a half.
All right.
All right, so in conclusion, this last 4 minutes has been a bunch of BS. But earlier, the Red Bulls did beat Brian and Brian Raiders in 3-1. Once again, thank you to Shuriken's own Tank for coming on, broadcasting. It's been a pleasure. Go check him out. Tankard89 on Twitch. Like, you should be following him anyways. Like, if you're not, we'll dock 10 levels in the Discord. I'll probably get.
I appreciate that, man.
But yeah, thanks for showing up and get back in that grind. Go get that GC.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's always a blast. I love co-casting with you because it's just like it's such a chill break, and you are a fantastic person to sit in here and co-cast with and just relax and chill out and watch some good games. So thanks for having me. Anytime you want, just let me know, and if I'm free, I'll definitely hop in with you guys.
Okay. Well,
You
thank
have a wonderful evening, sir.
Thank you. And everyone watching here, live or on the VOD, have a good evening or wherever you are. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Good night.